What's going on, guys? It's your boy FlameHorizon, your coach of the Minnesota Lycanrocs, and I want to preface that this is late because I have been feeling sick and I haven't gotten the time to editing this. And I actually just got the footage for it because, again, I did a goof. Um, and while cleaning through my PC, I accidentally deleted the thing, so I had to get my opponent to send me the footage yet again. I'm not going to flip it this time. Um, but I just wanted to preface the video at the beginning before getting into it, um, because I just want to apologize that things haven't been as professional lately as I enjoy. Um, Anyways, I will get into the battle now. It's week 1 of IBL versus Beta and his Jumpluff Express. I hope you all enjoy the battle. If you do enjoy the video at any moment, be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you think of the battle, and subscribe if you're new. And I will see you all in the next video. I should probably get back to bed, but we'll see what happens. Enjoy and take care. And here we are with the battle. I prefaced things in the beginning about how I'm feeling right now and about how things might not be exactly how I want, but I do, as you can see in the battle, um, he leads off with his Inteleon, as I lead off with Dracovish. So you can see I'm in the back there. He also has some custom textures, so you guys will see some of those. It's pretty cool. Let me go back a bit and actually show off the full teams. I just want to apologize yet again. I normally... Okay, so here's the full teams. He has Corviknight, Duraludon, Incineroar, Dugtrio, Inteleon, and Doublade. And I have Dracovish, Ditto, Scrafty, Heliolisk, Colossal, and Gmax Garbodor. As you can see, I don't really have a good Dugtrio switch-in because on my team, an Earthquake switch-in doesn't really exist. But I have Ditto specifically just to counter trap the Dugtrio. He has a Shuckle on his team, so that's what the Scrafty set was: Dragon Dance, Sub, Mental Herb, Knockoff, and Drain Punch. Mental Herb was there because Encore on Shuckle would have been really bad, but I could just set up in the face, but he didn't bring Shuckle. Colossal with Hazards and Hazard Control this week. And again, I'm sorry, I want to apologize for being sick. Dracovish is Scarf Dracovish. Heliolisk, if I recall, I had enough bulk to live a few hits, and enough speed to outspeed basically everything but the Inteleon. And I forget which item I was. And Gmax Garbodor has Stomping Tantrum, Drain Punch, Gunk Shot, and those are the only 3 moves that it really needed this week. But let's get back ahead. We'll get right back into the battle. And we are going to see, as you saw earlier, I do lead off with Dracovish, as he leads off with the Inteleon. And we are going to see turn 1. So I didn't know this. He was Scarf Inteleon. I was Scarf Dracovish, so he does guarantee outspeed. And you're going to see that he does go for the... Let me get the mouse out of there. He does go for the U-turn, predicting me to be Scarfed. As I just click Fish's Rend, I had no reason not to. When you have a Dracovish on the field, you just click... When you have a Dracovish on the field, you just click the Fish's Rend button. You just click the big blue button, and everything goes well when you have that Dracovish on the field. which was my plan with Dracovish. As soon as I drafted it, you just click the big blue Fishious Rend button. I'm starting to get into the swing of things. Let's do this. He does switch out into his Doublade, which is actually very smart, because the Pokemon I didn't bring that Doublade kind of beat. But you see that Fishious Rend does a ton. But because he U-turned out, the way that Fishious Rend works, the mechanic, I guess, is even though U-turn went first, even though U-turn, the move made him go first, even because he switched, Fishious Rend still did the double damage part, which is actually I think that's kind of cool that it did that. But you're going to see here that he's going to go for the Shadow Sneak. Okay, load. He is going to go for the Shadow Sneak. And because he's going to go for the Shadow Sneak on these next couple turns, due to that, it will weaken the Fishious Rend. So he's going to be able to hit me with 2 Shadow Sneaks before he goes down. So there's the first one. And then there's my Fishious Rend, and as you can see, it does a significant less amount. And he's just going to click another one because he doesn't have a switch in for a Fishious Rend. Is there really a switch in other than Water Absorb? And like as I said, he's going for another Shadow Sneak. It brings me down into yellow health. And I'm going to go for that Fishious Rend. So Dracovish does pick up the first kill of the season for the team. So that's awesome. He does go out into his Duraludon, which I didn't know if it was scarfed. If it was, that kind of sucks. Ooh, my camera apparently still had my green screen filter on. I didn't know it was scarfed, but I didn't want to stay in because a Fishious Rend didn't kill, and I'm scarfed. And I didn't want to sack Dracovish yet. So I do switch out into Scrafty, which is pretty expendable this game. It does do a couple things. It kind of checks the Duraludon a bit. Otherwise, Scrafty doesn't do too much. But what Scrafty does do is it can come in, scare out the Duraludon, and then just click either Knock Off or Drain Punch. I do send it in here and just click Drain Punch. I switch it in here, and it only does about 35% with his Dragon Balls, maybe 40%. You can't see it because of where my camera is. I'd move my camera, but he sent me his raw recording with his face cam in it as well. On this switch, I believe he goes out into the Corviknight, and he is just going to Drain Punch. Or he's just going to, I'm just going to Drain Punch. And the Drain Punch is only going to do very minimal damage to Corviknight, because as you guys have seen in APA Academy, Corviknight can take some hits if you need it to. Look at his Corviknight spray, by the way. I still think mine is better. You guys haven't seen mine yet because my footage keeps corrupting, but my APA Academy Week 6 footage won't corrupt. I already have that ready to go. That Drain Punch, as you can see, it didn't really do crap to Corviknight. I have no reason to stay in here. So I am going to switch out this turn into my Colossal, which is, a bad play. I will admit that. Switching out into my Colossal while that Dugtrio alive is still a very bad play. But I had really no switch into a Brave Bird other than Heliolisk. And I knew that if I went into Heliolisk, that would get trapped. So I had to choose between Heliolisk and Colossal. And I decided what my expendable member was, and it was Colossal. So I go into that here. And he U-turns out into his Dugtrio, and you know the drill with how Arena Trap works. The reason it was banned from OU is because it can just trap a vital member and ruin the game. So we'll see that his Dugtrio does take out my Colossal right here. Colossal goes down. It's unfortunate, but I am able to just counter trap him and go into my Ditto. Hagakure the Ditto, which he has nicknames turned off for me, which is weird. I was nicknamed this week. But Dugtrio is going to get counter-trapped. He's going to set up rocks here. And he's Sash. So I bring him down to his Sash. I am Scarf Ditto. And he's down to his Sash, and he gets his rocks up. He's going to protect and try to protect stall as much as he can. But the chance of getting 4 protects in a row are very, very slim. So due to that, he's not able to fully protect himself from getting counter-trapped, and Doug Trio will inevitably go down. So Ditto did its thing. The reason I brought Ditto this game was for that. So it's really good, because Doug Trio just kind of beat my team other than Ditto. So I'm really glad that it was able to get things out of there for me. He goes into Corviknight now, because, I'm locked into Scarf Earthquake. And I do have to switch out as he U-turns again. He's playing the Corviknight very, very well. Corviknight is very scary. It is his G-Max too, by the way. He's going to U-turn out here. And you remember how I said at the beginning, I had a lot of bulk in my Heliolisk just to live some hits that I normally wouldn't be able to live a hit of. He's going to go out into Inteleon here, thinking that he can KO me, as he saw he had Mudshot. But because of the bulk that I had in my Inteleon set, because of that bulk, I am able to fully live this hit and take him out with a Life Orb T-Bolt. He thought I was AV. No, I think I had like 60-something HP EVs in HP to live an Ice Beam better, and I guess to live a Mud Shot pretty well. I was Water Absorb too. You'll see that Mud Shot doesn't quite kill. And since it doesn't kill, this Thunderbolt is able to come off and take out his Inteleon, which was one of his win cons. So I was really glad that that went down. And I live on just a sliver of health, but because rocks are up, whatever he sends in, I can't switch out against. So he goes out into Duraludon, and because I'm not Scarf, I'm Life Orb. He is going to outspeed and kill me because he is Scarfed. This is when I figured out he was Scarfed. I didn't know he was Scarfed this whole game, but this is when I figured it out while playing. Yep, you can see he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse and finish me off here. That's okay. This game is starting to get pretty close. It's like 3 Pokemon to 4 Pokemon, I believe. I go out into Scrafty again, and predicting the switch, like I said, I had Substitute. I'm like, well, Scrafty doesn't really do anything else this game, so might as well set up the sub, Dragon Dance, and try to get off as much damage as I can. But he brings in his G-Max. There's the sub. And he's going to just G-Max here and click the G-Max Wind Rage. Oh, he doesn't G-Max. He just goes for Brave Bird, and the next turn he G-Maxes. He goes for Brave Bird to break my sub and to not waste a G-Max turn. And I could have this turn, as he G-Maxed, I could have just set up another sub to waste the turn. But I was like, I might as well go for damage. So I do just click the +1 Drain Punch as he Gigantamaxes right here. And with that Gigantamax, which actually that model looks fire, by the way, Beta. I don't think I've told you this, but that looks fire. With that Gigantamax, he's going to be able to take out Scrafty. Scrafty is going to do quite a bit of damage, though. It did about 70 damage, which to a non-Gigantamax Corviknight, that should have done 140 damage, which is busted. Alright, I don't think that's how it works. I don't know how it works. I think it still would have done 70 damage, it just would have looked like more, but the Scrafty does go down, and I have, I think, 2 Pokemon left here. I have my Garbodor, and I have my Ditto. Oh no, I have Dracovish as well. I just go out to Dracovish, and I just needed damage on this thing, because Corviknight is a scary boy. I will say this was kind of a misplay. I will admit that. It was a misplay and it wasn't. I should have just went out into Garbodor and G-Maxed. Tried to get a couple G-Max hits off it's debatable whether I should have went into Garbodor this turn or not, as you'll see. But the G-Max Wind Rage is going to take me out here. So Dracovish does go down. Salute the Dracovish. I go out into my shiny Gigantamax Garbodor and hit off the Gigantamax and go for a Max Knuckle to get an attack boost. And I am weak armor, so I would have outsped his whole team barring Scarfers, but you can tell, he had the Scarf Inteleon and the Scarf. So you can see that really did nothing. But he had the Scarf Inteleon and the Scarf Duraludon. So even at +2 after this Max Wind Rage, even at +2, weak armor doesn't give me really too much speed. I am going to be able to outspeed this Corviknight again and kill it with another Max Knuckle. And then the next turn, as he goes out into Incineroar, he is going to intimidate me. So this is a very smart play. I applaud this play. He goes out to the Incineroar and intimidates me, and immediately switches out, realizing that Incineroar is his win con. Incineroar is his win con. And he doubles right back out into Duraludon, sacking Duraludon to the Garbodor. Let's see. Yep. Sacking the Duraludon to the Garbodor. However, this Max Knuckle, even though it is technically still +1, doesn't take it out. So Garbodor's kind of weak. I will admit that. It's a fun Gigantamax, though. I do like using it quite a bit. And I do un-Gigantamax. He's going to go for the Dragon Pulse, because Dragon Pulse is stronger. And it's going to take me down into the yellow. I don't believe it takes me out. And I do go for the Drain Punch. I'm realizing that was the best play there. And the Duraludon goes down. All he has left is the Incineroar. This turn, I did misplay. I could have, I think, preserved a better win if I had just clicked Drain Punch here, and I could have lived the Flare Blitz better, because he's going to click Flare Blitz just to take me out. As you'll see, that's the button he clicks. So I go for the Stomping Tantrum, which brought him down quite low, but this, I should have went for a Drain Punch there. Flare Blitz takes me out. And now it comes down to, as you saw in his set, he has Bulk Up. It comes down to my Ditto coming in and clicking Flare Blitz, because it's really the only thing that would do enough damage, versus a half HP Incineroar that can spam Bulk Up. So it's very, very close. It's kind of hard to decide who would win here, just from this situation right here, just from this turn. 1 versus 1. Incin versus Incin. Will I win because my hits will just do enough damage? Or will he win because him spamming Bulk Ups allows him to win? So he's just going to go for the first Bulk Up as I just click the first Flare Blitz. And I was sitting there hoping and praying, like, oh, I was sitting there thinking I got this, but I realized thinking back on it, like, wow, this game was really, really close. The Flare Blitz comes off. It doesn't really do too much. And then here comes the Bulk Up. And then this next turn is very, very crucial. So I think he won. I think he guaranteed won. However, as you all know, I'm a very, very lucky boy. I think he guaranteed won, if not for this. If not for the crit, I think he would have won. And I do want to apologize for that crit beta, because I think that was your game. But Pokemon decided that you lost. I think is my best way to put it. But we do win 1-0 in IBL Academy. So we are now 1-0 plus 1, which is a winning record. Not a very good winning record, but it is a winning record. I do again want to apologize for the lack of professionalism and me being sick. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care and God bless.